Hello students, now we are going to start the sixth lecture of our chapter, that is improvement in food resources. Now in this lecture we are going to talk about the very first topic, fish farming. Now what is fish farming? We have listened about farming, but what is fish farming? Fish farming, because fish are a very rich source of protein. So fishes have been used as protein rich diet. Fishes have been used as protein rich diet for human beings. They are being used as protein rich diet for human beings since prehistoric period. Since prehistoric period. And fishes are aquatic animals. And fishes are aquatic animals. Fishes are aquatic animals, and their production is called and their production is called as their production is called as fish farming or water farming. Their production is called as fish farming or we can also call it as water agriculture. Now there are there are various ways to obtain fishes. The very first one and the very main basic ways to capture fishes or capture fishing it is called as, and in capture fishing the fishes are obtained from natural resource. The fishes are being obtained from natural resource. But there is also one thing called as culture farming, and in culture farming, fish farming in land, fish farming in land water ponds, lakes, and marine fishes also involved. And marine fishes. Now, our fresh water, the very first point in culture farming is that our fresh water edible fish, our freshwater edible fish includes catfishes, such as pelago, maestus, etc. The second one is Indian major carbs. The second are Indian major carbs, Indian major carbs such as Kalta, Rohu, Mrigal, and Mrigal is also called as Sirhina. And Mrigal is also called as Sirhina. Now, the third point is that exotic varieties are also available. Exotic varieties such as silver carp and grass carp. And grass carp. And the fourth point is Katla is the fastest growing carp. Katla is a fish and it is the fastest growing carp. Is the fastest growing carp of great economic significance. Of great economic of great economic significance. It is of great economic significance. Now, the next topic that we are going to study about is marine fisheries. Now, we are going to talk about marine fisheries. India's marine fisheries include India's marine fisheries include marine fisheries include 7,500 kilometer of coastline and deep seas beyond it. And deep seas beyond it. And popular marine fish varieties are pomfret, mackerel, tuna. These are the popular marine fish varieties. Sardines and Bombay duck. And Bombay duck. Now the next point is that yield are increased by locating the yield of fish. Yield are increased. Yield are increased by locating large schools of fish. Large schools of fish in the open sea. In the open sea, yield are increased by locating large schools of fish in the open sea by using satellites and echo sounders. By using satellites and echo sounders. By using satellites and echo sounders. Now the fourth point is that some marine fish of high economic value, some marine fish of high economic value are also farmed in seawater, are also farmed, they are also farmed in seawater. Now, the next topic that we are going to discuss is inland fisheries. Now, in inland fisheries, freshwater freshwater resource include canals, ponds, reservoirs, and rivers. They include canals, ponds, reservoirs, and rivers. And the first point about inland fisheries are catlas are surface feeders here. Catlas are surface feeders. Catlas are catlas are of great economic value, so they are the surface feeders. The second point is that rohus feed in middle zone of the pond. Rohus feed in the middle zone of the pond. Rohus feed in the middle zone of pond. And the third one is prickles and common carps. Prickles and common carps feed on the weeds. They feed on the weeds. Now, the next topic that we are going to discuss about is apiculture. Now, what is apiculture? We have studied about various animal husbandries. Now, we are going to discuss about apiculture. Apiculture is a process of rearing of honeybees. It is a process of rearing of honeybees in the artificial hives, in the artificial hives called apiaries, called apiaries. For the production of honey, and they are weaved in the artificial hives called apiaries for the production of honey at commercial level. For the production of honey at commercial level. For the production of honey at commercial level. Now in apiculture, the main characteristics and the main species of honeybees are the species of honeybees the species of honeybees are Honeybees belong to phylum and honeybees belong to phylum Arthropoda and class Insecta. They belong to phylum Arthropoda They belong to phylum Arthropoda and class Insecta. Also, there are several species of honeybees. Also, there are several species of honeybees in which some of which are indigenous, some of which are indigenous, while some of them are exotic. While some of them are exotic, which have been introduced to increase the yield of honey, and exotic species are being introduced, which have been introduced which have been introduced to increase the yield of honey, to increase the yield of honey. Now we are going to talk about the indigenous and the exotic species. Now very first, the indigenous. Indigenous have the very first species, that is Apis dorsata. The very first one is Apis dorsata. It is commonly called rock bee. It is commonly called rock bee or giant bee, or rock bee or giant bee, because it is the largest in size, being largest size, because it is being the largest in size, so it is largest size. Though it produces maximum amount of honey, and the Apis dorsata is the species that produces maximum amount of honey, though it produces maximum amount of honey, as it produces the maximum amount of honey, but is ferocious and migratory. But it is ferocious it is ferocious and it is ferocious and migratory bee, but so it is difficult to domesticate this variety. So it is difficult to domesticate this variety. It is difficult to domesticate this variety. Now, the next type of indigenous species are Apis indica and flori. So, Apis indica, it is the very first we are going to talk about Apis indica. So, they are also called as Indian bee, commonly called Indian bee. It is commonly called as Indian bee, and it can be domesticated easily, and it can be domesticated easily, as it is very gentle in nature and is very gentle in nature and is very gentle gentle in nature, but is less producing species, but it is less honey producing species, but is less producing species. The next one is Apis flori, and in Apis flori it is commonly called little bee. It is commonly called little bee, commonly called little bee, and it is very docile and yield is less. It is very docile. It is also very docile, but the yield is less. But the yield is very less. Now the next species we are going to talk about is exotic species, and in exotic species the only species is Apis mellifera. Now in Apis mellifera it is commonly called Italian bee. It is commonly called Italian bee. It is preferred over the indigenous species. It is preferred over the indigenous species. The exotic species are preferred over indigenous species for the commercial production. For the commercial production of honey, because it because of its docile nature, because of its docile means the it stays at the same place, because of its docile nature, high yield of honey, high yield of honey, prolific egg production, prolific egg production, less forming, less forming and with good defense mechanism. And it has good defense mechanism. And with good defense mechanism. Now, the next topic that we are going to study about is honeybee colony and social organizations. We all know that honeybees stayed in organization which makes them more powerful. So why do they stay in organization and how are the colonies differ? We are going to study about that. Honeybees are social and polymorphic insects and polymorphic insects. Honeybees are social and polymorphic insects. They live in large colonies. They live in large colonies called hives or combs, called as hives or combs of about 40,000 of about 40,000 to 1 lakh individuals. To 1 lakh individuals. In a colony, in a colony, there are three castes. There are three castes of bees. In a colony, there are three castes of bees which are structurally and functionally different from one another. Which are structurally and functionally different from one another. And functionally different from one another. They are structurally and functionally different from one another. So polymorphism is associated with division of labor. So how can we say that polymorphism is existed? Polymorphism associated with polymorphism is associated with division of labor. Is associated with division of labor. Now, the next topic that we are going to study about is queens. The very first ones, the three caste, the very first caste is queen. Every healthy colony has one fertile female. Every healthy colony has one fertile female. They has one fertile female called as queen, and they are called as queen. It is the mother of the colony and has developed ovaries. It is the queen is the mother of the colony. It is the mother of the colony and has well developed ovaries and has well developed ovaries. It has long tapering abdomen. It has long tapering abdomen. It has long tapering abdomen, short legs and wings. Short legs and wings. And its sole function is to lay the eggs. And its sole function is to lay the eggs. Its sole function is to lay the eggs at the rate of 1500 at the rate of 1500 to 2000 in a day. It lays eggs on the rate of 1500 to 2000 in a day, while during its lifespan of about 3 years, while during its life cycle or lifespan, during its lifespan of about 3 years, a queen lays about a queen lays about 1.5 to 2 million eggs. 1.5 to 2 million eggs. A queen lays two types of eggs. Also, a queen lays two types of eggs. The first one are fertilized and the other are unfertilized. The first one are fertilized and unfertilized eggs. Unfertilized eggs. Now, the next caste we are going to discuss about is workers. So, workers, these are largest in numbers. Workers, these are the largest in numbers. These are largest in number, about 50,000, about 50,000 to 60,000. But smallest sized members, but they are smallest sized members. But smallest sized members. These are the most active and perform variety of jobs. They are most active and perform variety of jobs and perform variety of Jobs. Now they attend the queen and the nursery. What are the jobs we are going to talk about? That they attend the queen and nursery, clean the hives, they clean the hives, form a new hive and produce wax. They also form a new hive and produce wax and produce wax. Repair the comb, repair the comb, keep the comb, they keep the comb cool, defend the members, they also defend the members, etc. So the workers have strong wings, and though they are small in size, the workers have strong wings. So the workers have strong wings, long mouth parts, long mouth parts, wax glands on abdomen. They have wax glands on abdomen, pollen collecting apparatus on the leg, and pollen collecting apparatus on the leg. Now, the next topic that we are going to study about is importance of apiculture. Now, we are going to talk about the importance of apiculture. The very first importance is that they produce the products of honeybees. The importance is the products of honeybees. It includes honey, beeswax, bee venom, and royal jelly. And royal jelly. The next is honey. Honey is very important and very commercial, and that's why it is produced by the workers. Honey is produced, it is produced by the workers. From the collected nectar, it is produced by the workers from the collected nectar and cane sugar. And cane sugar. Also, it is formed of cellulose, levulose, dextrose, are the some chemicals. 20 dextrose is present in 23%. Maltose, this is present in 40%. Enzymes and pigment. Enzymes and pigment. And pigment is present in 25%. Minerals, vitamins and water. Now, the next is beeswax. The next important is beeswax. Beeswax, it is used in cosmetics. It is used in cosmetics, paints, ointments, etc. Now, the next we are going to look at some of the other useful importance of apiculture. The next is bee venom. The next is bee venom. It is used to cure certain diseases. It is used to cure certain diseases like gout and arthritis and arthritis. The next is royal jelly. Royal jelly, it is used as tonic. It is used as tonic to heart patients. It is used as tonic to heart patients and growing children. And growing children. And honeybees are the chief cross-pollinating agents. Honeybees are the chief cross-pollinating agents. They are the chief cross-pollinating agents and apiculture provides additional income and apiculture provides additional income. Apiculture provides additional income generating activities, income generating activities. It provides another income generating activities to the farmers. To the farmers. Now, with this, we are going to end the lecture here only and thank you everyone.